Look, if Apple were to make a notebook, they probably wouldn't, but if they were, this will be it. And there's a few reasons why. Honestly, I've already made a video on this. I actually really like this, and there's something inherently magical about this product and this product. These two go together. Ink is the name of the company. And basically how this works is, well, I guess I'll just show you. I have already been using the white version of this for a while now with the white pen as well, and they were kind enough to send over the black one, as well as, you know, US letter size college ruled version. This is like a smaller A5, A6 size with lined paper, but we're gonna put that to the side for just a second because I want to show you how this works. First of all, this here is my iPad, and you can use your phone if you'd like, really any sort of device that has Bluetooth connectivity, access to the App Store. So what I'm gonna do is take off the binding here, open up, ooh, that's nice. Comes with this. I write to find out what I'm thinking. Little welcome and thank you letter, it looks like, from the team there. Let's go ahead and open up just here to page 2. It's cool that you can actually rip out these sheets here, and let's see if this actually works as advertised. So, hello. I don't know if you can see this, but it is exactly my name is Harry Potter. This is it. This is the magic of this device. So, you know, a lot of us probably have played around with something like an iPad where you're writing on a glass screen. You might even have written on an e-ink device, right? So the thing with e-ink is like it's closer to paper. I still don't think it feels like paper. I don't even know if I would even really call it that. It feels more like you're drawing on like a desktop like this. And even though there's a certain scratchiness to it, it's still like a hard surface. This allows you, this is just a normal ink tip, allows you to write on this notebook. You have this paper notebook that you can take to and from class, blah, blah, blah. Come back, all of your notes are digitized. They're all searchable. Let's say it looks good. Right whenever you want. Your ink pen records your writing even without your phone or your tablet. So like I could leave the phone and tablet alone, go on a hike, sit in a hammock, write down a bunch of notes, come back, sync it up. This holds a certain amount. I think it's like quite a few pages of notes. You can access it from ink.live, so a web browser version, and they're just synced across everything. So anything that you write within the notebook, you can then tap on it on your phone or tablet or whatever, and it will actually transcribe it into text, like typed text from your handwriting. And this here says that it works with math and diagrams and data tables and all that as well, which is super neat. Another thing here is you can, with the device, say like I'm in class and I have my notes here and I have my phone here, I can actually record the professor talking and as I'm taking notes, and then as I'm listening back, or I want to listen back to that lecture later for studying, I can actually tap on my note and it will jump to the part in that recording where I wrote that note, which I think that's pretty fantastic. If I write like a weird note that's like blue is actually green, I'm like, what in the world was he or she talking about? I can just tap on it, it'll jump to that part of the recording. So I think that's great. You know, I think especially in an educational setting where, like, you know, a lot of us learn visually, a lot of us learn by writing, a lot of us learn by listening, like this sort of can take a few of those and put them together into a really nice system. You can also search through all your notes as well. So you have an entire notebook filled out here. You can see that here's the letter ruled version, which is this version that I have here. It will keep up with all your notebooks too. So as you can see on these notebooks, you do have like, this is volume 0. You can buy volume 1 and 2 and 3 and all that kind of stuff. So you can sort of build out a library of your notes throughout the years or your journal or whatever it might be. And then you're actually able to search through all of those. You're able to look at them individually. You can just sort of become your library. I think what's very special, and something that I had mentioned in the first video that I made, was, you know, I think for a lot of people in this market, having a keepsake notebook, like to me, like this spiral bound is great for kids, like college kids, especially if like you're taking notes that you don't really like care that much about. Like it might be for school, or you're more worried about retaining knowledge than like having a nice notebook. This is perfect, right? This is cheap, inexpensive. You know, there's still tech baked in here. I don't know if you're able to see this there are actually all these little micro dots on the page, and that's how it keeps up with the pen with this technology. But something I had mentioned was like, I would like a really nice hardbound, like hardback keepsake. So like if it is your journal, you can actually have them displayed on a bookshelf and have them backed up, of course. Good news is they were already working on that during that video, and they're actually on their website. I don't know if you can yet order them, but I think what I was most excited about in talking with the company at Ink is just like the vast ability of this technology. Like this is very bare bones, right? You have notes, you have lined paper and a pen. Like I'm just thinking of notes, but think about a musician using this to write music and then being able to have it digitized and then, you know, printing it out for everyone, or being able to make changes with the digital version. Think about artists being able to draw and color on here. Let's see if I just want to draw a little face here. See how this looks, right? So like artists can use this. Storyboarding for movies or scripts, and being able to mark things up on paper, but then also have that and be able to literally hit like a share button after you've written in a paper notebook without having to go to a copier and copy and print out and email and all that. Whatever, scan it in. It's all here already. I can write up notes for something and just send it off to someone. And I think that's fantastic. And yes, again, with writing on an iPad, with writing on an e-ink display, you are able to do that too. But for those of us that love pen and paper and that feeling, which you can't really replace, this does both. It's wild. There will be links in the description down below if you'd like to pick one up for yourself. I personally think this is a really good like gifting opportunity, especially during the holidays or really any time of the year if you have that artist in your family. And I would hope, you know, the company would come out with more versions of the notebook, one that's just completely bare for the artists out there, one that has dots on it, right? Like a dotted journal. That's my favorite way, or my favorite type of journal. You've got only a couple different, you got white and you got black, you got a couple different sizes of notebook here. But in talking with the company, like there is room to expand upon this. I think it could maybe be safe to share that there might be some customization, right? Around the notebook or around the colors that are the pen, right? Like the technology's here, it's great. So like now you can take this design and iterate on it, maybe based on a person's preferences or maybe just colors to begin with. Like there's a lot of different things you can do. You can very much make this your own. Even now, you know, just DIYing something a little bit more special than the black and white version here. I'm a huge sucker for like minimal. I love black and white and brown and green and like just nice, clean. So I love that they went with just stark white and black, and this pop of orange color is very interesting and noticeable across the room. But I'm interested to see what Ink does in the future. I will say, like, there's nothing lacking here, right? You can chat with AI about your notes. You can record your notes, like I mentioned before. There is software updates here. So as you can see, here you go, it's already transcribing the notes. Hello, my name is Harry Potter. And then it literally says a simple cartoon style drawing of a smiling face with spiky hair, large eyes, and an open mouth. Wow, that's actually kind of wild that it explained that. So, but yeah, I think this is fantastic. Even to have like a grandmother or grandfather who likes to write or journal or something, maybe all they really need to worry about is writing here. And it'll be really special at the end of like the week or something to go grab their pen, sync it to, I mean, it could be a little sketchy too if you're trying to sneak on their thoughts, but to have their handwriting digitized and like to have their memories and stuff backed up, that's a really cool idea actually, which I just thought about like as a nice gifting opportunity. But anyway, the reason I said like if I were to make a notebook, like there's just so much thought and engineering. And I will say like Ink as a company is fairly new, but like the parent company who created the technology has been around for I think like 30 years or so. So like this is a well-rounded and established product. The people over there are so lovely. I love getting to chat with them. But yeah, I'm excited to continue working with Ink into the new year. Excited to see what they have coming up, which I wish I could tell you guys, like it's very, very exciting stuff. And I hope those deals and stuff that they're working on actually go through, because I think it would be super exciting, especially for me personally. Like I would just be really excited about it. We'll leave it at that. Another thing I did want to mention is Ink is trying to make this, like, of course, it's a little expensive, right? Because it's not just a pen, it's not just a notebook. So it's not like gonna be $10 to buy this set. But I will say like one of the things they're trying to do is allow this to be accessible to as many people as possible. So like as they iterate, as they make more versions, maybe they make smaller, cheaper notebooks, maybe they make more expensive notebooks. Like they're trying to create like a vast array for really anyone anyone who has to write for anything to be able to use this, create volumes of it, right? So I still think it's a nicely affordable price. I will try to get you all a discount code. I will link that down below in the description. Again, very special thanks to Ink for sponsoring today's video and for working with me on this. It's just exciting to find brands that not only do I like the product, but I like working with the people there. And those are the type of partnerships that I want to continue as this channel and as this brand, whatever this is, grows. So thanks, Ink. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new here on this channel, we talk about tech and products that marry form and function. We like products that improve our lives and look good while doing so. So if that sounds cool to you, please subscribe, like this video for more, and check out our website down below, which is where we've curated and compiled all of our favorite products, and that's where we keep our blog as well. Thanks so much for watching. Check this video out next. I think you're gonna love it, and we'll see you all in the next one.